I think I showed you guys the wish box before, right? And some of you were like, what is in this wish box? What is it? And there are a couple of things I wanted to read to you in here just to inspire you as well. Okay. And so in my wish box, I have things that I write to myself, a lot of future letters to myself. And Jill, I don't know if you're still here, but you're mentioned in this letter, which is why I thought of reading it to you guys. Okay. So if you guys don't know, in the book, I talk about one practice to do action planning is to write a letter to yourself from the future, talking about your vision, how you made things happen, what it felt like, right? And so this was a second one that I did. I think I did one in 2006 or 2007. This one is dated October 18th, 2008. Okay. And then I dated it for December 2010. Okay. And I wrote it to my inner muse, who's called Sparkling Sage. And I said, Dear Sparkling Sage, when I wrote a letter from the future back in 2007, I had no idea how amazingly it would predict everything that happened over the course of almost 2 years. When I revisited the letter again in October 2008, I was blown away by the fact that about 85 to 90% of it had come true or was in progress of coming true. Things were set in motion. Some of it I didn't want anymore, and it felt good to let that go. So with the success of writing a letter from the future last year, I felt like it was time to write a new letter. One to let you know of the next stage of incredibly wonderful and fulfilling accomplishments and experiences that I've opened myself up to. So without any further ado, here it goes. The next couple of years were really about welcoming in abundance, national exposure, and creating a body of work. In this next phase, I claim myself as an author, an authority who has something to say through my writing and something to share through my innovative products and offerings. Okay, so granted, this was before I had the book deal, before I had any of these products, right? I propelled myself into the ranks of fellow creators and authors like Jennifer Louden, Sark, Julia Cameron, Jill Bodonsky, and more. And I go on to say lots of other things. And actually, I feel kind of awkward sharing this with you, but I'm reminding of Jill Bodonsky's muse Audacity, because it took Audacity to write this back in 2008, and it's taking Audacity to share it with you now, but I hope it's inspiring you, right? Because as you guys know, last year I had Jen Louden as a speaker, and she was on the final day. Jill Bodonsky, I got to interview her. So I didn't even know Jill then, right? Personally. Yes, pretty cool. Then I had stuff on here, like I went to Book Expo in New York at the end of May. And so, the whole thing about the book, there's like 8 pages of this, and I'm not going to read it all to you. But I also written in here, I had the honor of working directly with some amazing mentors during the past few years. These included Jan King, who's my book coach, Jen Louden, who I had on as a speaker, Martha Stewart, who I love, but I got to be in the Whole Living magazine, which is one of Martha Stewart's publications, and Daniel Pink, I wrote on here. So you guys saw that I had Dan Pink on day one. So that was a big deal. So lots and lots more in here that I'm not going to go on and share, but I wanted to share with you, that's what I wrote back in 2008. And, it's now 2013 and lots of amazing things have happened, right? So wherever you are in your process, I invite you to actually write a future letter to yourself. And there's a cool website called futureme.org where you can do that for yourself, date it, and then it will actually send you an email back, right? I'm so glad that that's inspiring you guys. I really felt kind of silly writing this back then. Like, who am I to say all this? And yet here we are today. Many of the things have come true beyond my wildest expectations. Okay, so try that stuff, put it in here, futureme.org. You can write a letter to yourself from the future and then get it sent to you. If you want to CC us on that email for a little bit of accountability, by all means, go ahead and do that. We may not be able to respond back to everyone's, but know that we are holding it for you, right?